Saitama was still an ordinary person and did not possess superpowers. He was looking for a job and unexpectedly met a monster named Crablonty. They started a conversation, during which Saitama found out that the monster was looking for a boy who had drawn nipples on his shell. Eventually, passing by a playground, Saitama spots the very boy the monster was looking for. At the same time, the monster also finds this boy, and Saitama decides to stand up for the kid. In the end, he defeats the monster and from that moment decides that he must be a hero and begins his superhero training to gain strength. Next, we are shown Saitama's victory over the Vaccinator, the Avenger of Planet Earth, then the victory over the Stronger Brothers, the victory over Dahalim, and finally, one of Saitama's most epic victories is the battle with the subterranean creatures. In the end, it turns out that it was just a dream. Waking up, Saitama still meets the same subterraneans outside his window, whom he defeats in a couple of seconds. Monster woman named Mosquito Girl attacks City Z, pursued by our second alpha hero named Genos. He is a cyborg and Saitama's future disciple. Genos tries to defeat the monster on his own, but unfortunately loses, although he shows a high level of strength. Saitama appears and swats Mosquito Girl with one slap. Genos, realizing how strong Saitama is, asks to become his disciple. From this moment begins the story of the disciple Genos and the teacher Saitama. Also, after this victory, Saitama attracted the attention of a secret organization called the House of Evolution, whose leader is the mad scientist Dr. Genos, who wants to understand where Saitama gets such strength. Saitama is attacked by an entire squad of monsters from the House of Evolution, including Mantis, Flagman, SSL, Thunder, Ground Dragon, Armored Gorilla, and Beast King. Saitama and Genos quickly deal with this pack of monsters, interrogate Gorilla, and set off to find the House of Evolution to destroy it. Next, Saitama and Genos find the House of Evolution. Genos instantly blows up the upper level of the temple, after which they find a path to the lower levels and set off to find the doctor. Meanwhile, inside the temple, a conversation takes place between Dr. Genos and the strongest warrior of the House of Evolution, Ashura Kabuto. The Mad Doctor asks to capture Saitama as a research sample with the note not necessarily alive. Next, Ashura Kabuto and the Doctor find Saitama and Genos. Genos is immediately slammed into a wall and an epic battle ensues between Saitama and Ashura Kabuto. In turn, Ashura Kabuto was one of the first to feel Saitama's strength and wondered where it came from. After which Saitama finally told about his training and how he broke his limiter, as a result of which Ashura Kabuto loses control, takes on his super strong form, and tries to kill Saitama. In the end, he gets the full treatment, flying away from just one ordinary punch from Saitama. After all this, the Doctor realizes that it is better to stop with all experiments and tries to change himself. We are shown a story about the Paradise Group and its leader, Hammerhead. We are also shown for the first time one of Saitama's main, in quotes, antagonists, named Sonic, who is a modern ninja. He was, in general, paid to kill the entire gang, which he eventually did. Saitama also goes in search of the gang, as all members were from the Paradise Group, and this threatens Saitama's heroic image. And indeed, Sonic gets ahead of Saitama and quickly cuts everyone down. Saitama only managed to find the surviving Hammerhead, the leader broke his suit and even managed to kidnap him further. Sonic meets Saitama and mistakes him for one of the Paradise Group bandits and tries to kill him. Saitama completely immobilizes Sonic with an accidental blow to his crotch. In the end, Sonic promises to take revenge on Saitama for this disgrace. And so, we are announced the beginning of the 55th qualifying exam for heroes. Saitama and Genos sign up for these exams to join the Hero Association and get a hero rank. Saitama, passing the exam, turns out to be so strong, which simply blows away measuring instruments and breaks all power and speed records. Following the exam, Saitama receives a C-class hero rank, and Genos receives an S-class, 3 levels higher. Next, we are shown how Snake, and a class hero, tries to get rid of the newcomer Saitama, and the result, Snake is stuck headfirst in the ground. Then, a real combat training session takes place between Saitama and Genos. Genos shows everything he has. Unfortunately, he never managed to hit Saitama even once. Their training doesn't end there. We are shown a Class 1 hero named Omi Mask, or Sweet Mask, who pulled Genos aside for a conversation to congratulate him, as he immediately skipped all classes and entered the highest class, S-class. And so, Saitama ponders Genos' future training and ultimately doesn't know what to teach him. Afterward, he goes to the city in search of villains, ultimately finding no villains, but finding Sonic, who came to repay his debt and take revenge. But Saitama still didn't remember Sonic's name and generally calls him a pink elephant. Then, the hero Tiger Mike intervenes in all this, starting to play to the public and trying to show how cool he is. In the end, Sonic accidentally knocks out Tiger Mike, and Saitama knocks out Sonic as he started attacking civilians. After this moment, Sonic goes to prison for attacking civilians. Next, we are shown Tatsumaki for the first time, second in S-class, who is nervous and wants to find a strong opponent. Next, we are shown a mission to find a ghost from City Z, named Combo Monster. Two class heroes successfully lose the fight to this monster. Saitama, returning home, accidentally meets this monster and remembers that, it turns out, he forgot to buy seaweed. After that, he notices that the monster is made of this very seaweed. Later, the hero prepares seaweed, most likely just taking it from the monster's body. And so, a giant meteorite is approaching Earth, capable of destroying several cities, possibly even the planet itself. 3 S-class heroes, Genos, Metal Knight, try to destroy this meteorite, but unfortunately, they fail. In the end, Saitama destroys the meteorite, although the fragments still destroy a considerable part of the city. A couple of days later, Saitama, walking through the city, meets the despicable heroes who try to morally humiliate Saitama publicly, accusing Saitama of destroying City Z with meteorite fragments in front of a large crowd of people. People start blaming Saitama, to which Saitama reacted quite harshly, telling them to get lost. Genos appears, calms Saitama down, and they safely go home. We are shown moments of the Sea Folks attack. First, the A-class hero Stinger begins to fight them, managing to defeat several quite strong monsters, but the Deep Sea King appears and finishes off Stinger with one blow. After that, we are shown how Lightning Max tries to defeat the Deep Sea King, though he doesn't succeed at all. Then, Pori Pori Prisoner, a hero from class, and Sonic, who escaped from prison, arrive to help. They also try to beat up the Deep Sea King, but the Deep Sea King is too strong, so he beats Pori Pori Prisoner half to death, and Sonic manages to hide due to his speed. Next, we are shown a human shelter, where the Deep Sea King breaks in and is about to kill everyone there. Some heroes try to stop him, but they fail. The Deep Sea King is too strong. Saitama, knowing where the Deep Sea King is informed about it by the Hero Association and heads to the location to beat up the king. We are shown Genos' attack on the Deep Sea King. He manages to hit the king in the face quite well. However, in a retaliatory strike, the Deep Sea King tears off Genos' arm. In short, a serious fight ensues between them. Genos, with one arm, fights almost equally with the Deep Sea King, who at that moment has a demonic level of danger, which indicates that Genos is very good. Unfortunately, Genos loses. Then, Mumen Rider arrives, who, in fact, has no power at all, but he manages to win a couple of seconds before Saitama arrives. Then Saitama arrives and defeats the Sea King with one punch. However, the crowd once again tries to slander Saitama, saying that he is a fraud. Saitama laughed at everyone and went home. At home, Saitama finds a thank you letter from the people he saved, as well as a letter about his promotion to first in C class. As a result, he is invited to the Asakation's office, where he is offered a choice to remain in C class in first place or to move to B class. In the end, Saitama decides to move to B class. And so, we are shown two ancient lords, to an S class, that Sumake, who deal with this giant by directing a summoned meteor from space at him. Next, we are shown Genos and Saitama, who, at the invitation of Bang, Silver Fang, 3 in S class, enter his school, where he gives several lessons and talks about his best student, Harrow, who went mad. Suddenly, a messenger from Society Rave bursts in and announces an urgent meeting of all S-Class heroes. Saitama is also invited there. In the office, we are shown all the S-Class heroes with whom Saitama sits at the table. Then, everyone is informed about the death of the Great Seer and her prophecy about the destruction of the Earth during the meeting. The Asakation's office is attacked from the air by a gang led by the Sky King, who are defeated by the alien warrior Bill Zavgar, who arrived on an alien ship led by Lord Por Eso. In general, the prophecy predicted by the seer begins to come true. 99% of the city was destroyed. Saitama immediately goes to destroy the giant alien ship. Then she shows the former Milzav Gora against the student of Atanov the Samurai, who is eventually saved by the Atomic Samurai himself and several S-Class heroes. A divine level of danger appears. Meanwhile, Saitama inside the ship clears it of aliens, defeats one of the strongest warriors, Clarabas, and goes in search of the main boss. The leader of the aliens, Lord Barrows, learns about Saitama's attack. We are shown the battle of the S-Class heroes against Vinyl Zagar, whom they eventually defeat. Then, we are shown how Saitama deals with another strongest warrior who tried to pelt Saitama with all sorts of garbage and stones. Result, Saitama throws a stone and cuts the alien in half. After this, the aliens decide to bomb the city and destroy all living things. The ship fires from all its guns, but all the shells are picked up by OT Sumake with his telekinesis, turns them around, and sends them back towards the ship. As a result, this entire salvo hits the aliens themselves. Meanwhile, Saitama finds Lord Barras, who immediately assesses Saitama's boundless strength. Ras tells about a prophecy that speaks of a war with a distant planet that will once again ignite the passion of battle. After a small greeting and Barras' story, they begin to fight as Boros is one of Saitama's strongest opponents. As a result, Saitama wins, and Boros admits he is the strongest. Next, we are shown a fragment where the first, in a class, and my Moskvich runs over the heroes from the class for allowing the destruction of an entire city. Also, as a result, he kills all the captured aliens and leaves. After that, a Metal Knight appears to whom the remains of the ship are handed over for research. Then, we are shown Saitama, who comes out of the ship and talks about his victory.